Hello YouTube, Red to Green here with another recap. Today is December 14th, 2021, and I'm up $34.65. Man, what a day. I started off at the market open trading GRTX and NES. Those were on my main watch list, and GRTX gave us some good opportunities. Let's get into GRTX. So at the market open, GRTX was pretty strong. I tried to trade a red to green. Wasn't a lot of movement for me. I was kind of spinning my wheels on one spot. And when I saw the support at 290 right here, I kind of drew that line, and I traded that red to green move again, and then I traded the 322 break. So it wasn't bad overall, so I'm up on it 211. And then when I saw that 245 did not break and it start getting just breaking down lower, I left it alone. Even though I did trade it throughout the day, it was the only stock that actually saved me. And by save me, this is what I mean. I'm down $323 on NES. NES was a pain in the butt, and let me tell you why. So my trading style, I scalp. And this stock, it had 2 cents spread, and the moves were happening about 3 cents to 4 cents. So and obviously at that move you can't get in on the top, so that 4 cents move is actually a 3 cents move if you get at the right time. But if you're a fraction of a second too late, you're not going to get at that 4 cent move anymore. You're now capturing a 3 cent move. So 3 cents minus 2, the spread, you get 1 cent, and it's just not worth it. I traded with a large size. I traded with a 2,000 share size because it's a smaller price stock, and it would not move. Look at those 5-minute high wicks right here. It wouldn't move. Every time I get in, I get out, and I'm thinking I'm getting out flat. I was getting out at -3, -4 cents because of the spread, because of just no follow through and the momentum. So it was 2,000 shares, 4 cents is $80. So three trades, 3 bad trades, $80 3 times. You're looking at $240. So I'm down on it 323. That's the largest loss I had so far since I started tracking. Not good. I revenge traded a little bit, and at some point in the day I was down 270, I believe, combining the GRTX gain plus the NES loss. I should have stopped trading NES when I was down 111. That was kind of my flag, right? It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't trade it. It's not working out. But I was kind of like, okay, revengeful a little bit and try to revenge trade a little. I saw it pushing. It was pushing. It was giving some good moves. Unfortunately, it didn't have a follow through, so I'm down 323. And so the rest of the day, this is how it went. I was down 270, and I just start looking for opportunities. The market was slow today. It was slow. We had couple halts on just stocks out of nowhere, but nothing on a watch list that halted. Everything was just moving very slow. Some momentum on the yesterday's stock, sympathy momentum, but nothing crazy. I'm glad BFRI gave us some moves too, so I scalped that for $83. And BFRI, I scalped it throughout the day. It did give a good red to green, so scalped that. Then a pullback in the 730 area, and was waiting for the break of 8. It never happened, so I did trade the 76 to 90 break. Scalp couple cents there, and then it just flushed. And then when I saw, I could have actually traded the bounce of a VWAP as well for a good gain. I think a 10-cent gain here, but it didn't hold it, and that's where I saw kind of like, okay, I'm done with you. So anyway, BFRI up $83 on it, so nothing crazy, but it's good. It actually brought me back over red. So I was red, I believe, $40 something. So BFRI kind of brought me back to that $35-40 mark, and then I start trading other stuff that was moving. And for example, ALZN just came out of nowhere. I don't even know. I didn't even check if there was news or anything, but it just popped over VWAP here in 273, and I start trading it for flags, and it just didn't really give that much movement. I was focusing on other stuff. There's too many stocks to focus today. 8 stocks today. It's a lot to focus on, and by the time you add it to my watch list, and then I have so many places where I add it to my watch list. By the time I add it to my watch list, to the chart, to the main chart, it's just the move sometimes happens, and you kind of like wasted all this time, and you could miss a move on GRTX or BFRI. So it was a lot of commotion for me today, and not a lot of results. So I'm glad to be green. I'm going to shut it down here. I'm not even going to review other stocks like ESSC, CPSH, BLU. Those are just kind of, like I said, they were popping out of nowhere, and I just tried to capitalize on some of the initial moves and initial pullbacks, micro pullbacks, 1 minute pullbacks, because the market overall is slow. I wasn't expecting anything to follow through. We might see some momentum after lunch, but I'm not going to trade it. NES was just pain for me, and just kind of remember that revenge trading, and was a larger size, right? And the thing is, see, if you started with a large size, and if you're in red, you have kind of tendency to lower that size, right? It's like, okay, well, it's not working out. I'm going to lower the size of the shares I trade from 2,000 to 1,000. Well, if you're down $300 on a stock that you traded 2,000 shares on, in order for you to gain back to become break even on that same stock with 1,000 shares, you need to trade double the performance, right, versus the 2,000 share stock in order to get back to break even. So the number of trades, the good trades, actually doubles for you to gain back the losses. But obviously it also works the other way, right? If you continue losing money with 2,000 shares, the losses are going to be significant. So it's a double-edged sword scenario, right, where by lowering shares you're kind of limiting the risk, but at the same time the gains are just not as much. Yes, you can get back to a certain level, but any of those 10-cent pop on 1,000 shares, yeah, $100, but on a 2,000 share size, that's a $200 pop. So I mean, I guess you have to, that's where the experience come in, and you have to kind of play by the ear, right? Like watch and see, can I increase the size? Should I lower it? But anyway, I did lower it at some point, I think, and I played it a little and just wasn't working out because NES was good given move after I was down 323, and it was tempting, and I was like, no, I'm not trading it. So yeah, I know I'm rambling. So overall, happy to be green, red to green. Anyway, hopefully you guys did better than me, up more than $34 or not red. So let me know what you traded in comments. Are you trading low floaters? Are you scalping? Are you doing momentum trades? I know a lot of people are trading much larger size than I am, but this is what I'm comfortable with. Actually, I increased my size today. That's another thing. I went to 2,000 shares for the smaller price stock, and just the spread and overall the no confirmation, no follow throughs. It's just I felt a little uncomfortable trading a larger size. I felt like I had a tendency to close my trades earlier was when I saw that little volume drop or a little like a red streak of red of volume. I had a tendency to close faster the trade. Whether like yesterday it was 500 shares, I was like, okay, well maybe this is just a micro pullback on that red. I'm going to hold it a little bit, and it does work out in some cases, right? So that's where increasing the share size, a lot of people saying it's like, well, if you make $1 consistently in a stock market, you can just scale, right? If you traded 100 shares, you just scale it to 10,000 shares and do the same thing. You're not going to do the same thing. I'm telling you, you're not going to do the same thing with 10,000 shares. You know that you made a 10,000 shares trade, and you're going to be pressured. Yeah, you're not going to be able to give it that swing like you used to. So your trading's going to suffer. Your performance going to be different. I wouldn't say it's suffer. It's just going to be different. You might get locked out, and it moves in that 10,000 share at 30 cents. So again, that's the consistency in trading is important, right? Just because you locked out with 10,000 shares and a 30-cent move one time doesn't mean it's going to happen again. So yeah, share size definitely matters. Whatever you're comfortable is, whatever strategy you're using, with the share size that you're comfortable is, I feel that's kind of where you start getting comfortable, right? You got to spend some time in that area and then try to bump the share size slowly, at least for me, because you never know. Like I said, if you get lucky with the increase of the share size, if you luck out for next week and you're just gonna make that money, you'll feel confident. You feel kind of like, oh yeah, I got it, I made it, and then all of a sudden next week it doesn't work out, and guess what? With a larger share size, the gains and losses are a lot different. So anyway, hopefully it did well. I know I kept rambling. Hopefully everybody did better than I am. Please hit a like if you like my recaps. Subscribe. I'll continue to do recaps. And let me know in comments how did you do. All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.